How did you convert or revert, as some people call it? Okay, now for me to do this justice, I have to go back over 9 years ago. Now at this time, as some of you may know, I was actually a model, and I was also a basketballer, and I had aspirations of playing professionally and going to the NBA. So many of my teammates on my basketball team, they were Muslim, and they were actually Somali. Big up to the Somali community. But anyhow, I didn't even know that they were Muslim because, like I said, we were only playing basketball together. However, over time, as we became closer to one another and I'd start going to their house and even sleeping over, this is when I started to notice that there was a difference between how we lived our lives. When I essentially rejected Islam. Now, we have to fast forward approximately 5 years. We was all under lockdown. I couldn't work. I was stuck in the house. I became severely depressed. And this was like really around the time where I really realized that, I needed something in my life. Because I knew that despite having a, successful modeling career, working for the world's top brands, I just knew that I already tried everything before. I already had the luxuries of the dunya and all these things, and none of this gave me contentment. There was one brother in particular that had the biggest effect on me. He, I think at the time, was around 16 years old, and he had memorized the Quran. The thing that he spoke about the most was the seerah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him, and his life, the things he went through, a lot about his character and how he conducted himself. And I just remember just listening and just feeling this sense of amazement and just thinking, like, who was this man? Now, obviously, if I believe in this man, I also have to believe in the one who sent him. However, I still had many questions and doubts. However, my friend, he said something very beautiful. He said that, look, of course you're going to have questions about Islam and you're going to have doubts. But what you can do, you can become Muslim first, then inshallah, all the questions you have, they will be answered.